Actually, no, there is a full tank of diesel in it now, too, so.
That's the most valuable thing in this. I would suggest me putting this on the ground and you going and finding a pretty good clip.
So now that it's during the day and I can actually see everything, it's not so threatening to drive this thing right now. I mean, you know, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's actually running and driving okay. I mean, there's still no power, but you know, the speed limit's 45 and we're going 43. I'm gonna go get a quick workout in and then we're gonna take this thing to Luke's. What do you think of the ignition switch?
I like it. Picasso.
The brakes are a little spongy, but it does have them.
Your gas pedal is about this. This is a real gem. We got a real gem right here. So far, my three favorite parts of this. Number one, the starry pillar. Fantastic. Following the kill switch. And the nicest thing that you'll probably find in this thing, the aftermarket radio.
That's probably true. I mean, that's worth as much as the car is right now. So,
I believe that.
Yeah. Actually, no, there is a full tank of diesel in it now, too, so.
That's the most valuable thing in this car. Is high quality Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, try to shut it off. Pop the hood. Gotta show Luke the shut off procedure. Push the button.
It's labeled.
Yep.
Classic.
Oh yeah, you want to look at the fuse box while you're here?
This is horrifying.
Yeah. So the story I got was the person that previously had this on the road was a crackhead, and it had the pill style fuses, and they were just jumping them with copper wires, and one of them kept blowing because the blower motor went bad, and apparently it melted half the box. That idler arm. Yep. Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's all down the hole. Jesus Christ, you have more God, what are you doing? Why do you do this to yourself?
This one might be even worse, just because it's like hidden.
No, you want to know what the worst one is?
Well, the worst one is. I mean, the whole floor is like basically shot through. Yeah.
I mean, considering your parking brake cable is probably can't be used now. And this.
Well, no wonder it just wiggles.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, that's the seat mount. I'm pretty.
What is that? Eva?
All right, guys. So what we have here is the seat mount for the passenger side, and you can tell what color the interior is from underneath. So I bled the brakes on my own, like I said, but can only really do so much on your own. So we're gonna do a real job, flush the fluid out, get some good stuff in there, and then maybe this thing will be slightly less of a death trap. Slightly. This is the only Benz I've ever had that doesn't hold its own hood up. All right, well, we got that list from Luke, and to no one's shock whatsoever, this thing is quite a basket case. So if you guys remember, the goal with this car is to get this back on the road for as cheap as possible, but also not really taking shortcuts on cheap parts, because obviously we want, you know, this car to have longevity. Half the point of having this car is the longevity, and you jeopardize that with Chinese parts. But anyway, so all right, here's the list from Luke. This thing needs the valve cover gasket. We're gonna start, I guess, on the smaller side. Valve cover gasket, no big deal really. It needs the idler arm, which is something in the steering, just to make sure everything is tracking straight and there's no vibrations. Normally I would do the stabilizer shock while I'm there, but since the goal is to keep this as cheap as possible, the one that's there didn't look bad and there was nothing leaking out of it. Oh, we already got the brakes bled, so that was obviously one thing that had to get taken care of. The car needs 2 rear shocks. Also, really not getting expensive here just yet. And like honestly, the big thing is the floor. The floor has to get fixed, and you have to be able to shut the vehicle off from inside the car, and that switch obviously is preventing me from doing that. So we're gonna have to overhaul the whole vacuum system, just for the injector pump circuit, which really isn't that big of a deal. It's 2 lines. So we have to do that, and then the floor. And then Luke said he'll put a sticker on this. The tires are in good shape. They're not dry rotted. I already ordered those filters. So once those in, I'm pretty sure this thing is gonna just magically get some more power. Another thing that likes to go bad on these is the fuel tank strainer. Just over the years of algae and stuff just accumulate, and they like to slowly plug up. But I think I can save this, so I guess we'll see what happens with it. Alright guys, so I'm going to itemize where we're at so far with everything. If you remember, the goal with this one was to just keep it as cheap as possible, but still use some quality parts. So we're at $500 for the car. We paid $342 to the lovely state of Pennsylvania for the title transfer and the license plate and the permission to drive on their perfect roads. I paid $0 for shipping because I'm an idiot. The fuel filter was $15.15. The transmission filter was $21.39, and the fuel tank strainer, which we did not put in yet, is $35.39. So if I add all that together on my calculator, and I'm totally not just doing that right now on the video, we get $913.93. I excluded from that fuel and insurance because, let's be honest, I'm going to be driving something anyway. But that's currently where we're at right now, and the next video on this car is going to be actually kind of fixing some of that. So here we go. Look out for that. Thanks for watching.